31 years, that's how long I've had ADHD. Yes, I know I'm very old. I'm actually 34. So not since diagnosis, but since birth, I've always known. I was diagnosed at about 3. I've been re-diagnosed again at about 11. Never had a day without it. Never had the, oh, that's what that is moment. Never got it. Because I always knew, always had it. And knowing early, honestly, didn't really help as much as people might think. I still got called crazy and lazy and stupid and dramatic. My own father called me drama queen all the time, which was wonderful. Thank you. Same labels, just with a diagnosis. Sat quietly scratching in the back of my head in the background. The whole time doing nothing to stop it. Absolutely nothing to stop it. So this is what 31 years actually looks like of ADHD. 3 years old, my mum took me to the GP after I very kindly pulled down an Aldi shelf because I was trying to get the wine off the top. That's the problem. I was doing a favour. I don't know what everyone's problem is. Anyway, she wasn't very happy. I climbed to the top of the shelf in Aldi where there was wine. It was like a 5-story shelf. I dragged it all down with me. Obviously, why the hell am I up there? And I didn't really remember it that much. I just remember there was wine all over the floor and I was very upset. But she does. She remembers it vividly. That GP visit started everything. I was diagnosed with ADHD. I was put on medication. Ritalin was the medication of choice at that time, at 3. And by 7, I had figured out how to hold the tablet under my tongue and spit it out because I didn't want to take it. Don't really know why. Not because I didn't want to help, because I was 7 and it was a big tablet. I don't really know. But primary school, I was the kid who was either the best in class at everything or the worst in class at everything. There's no in between. If it was an encyclopedia, I can tell you absolutely everything and anything about dinosaurs and space. I don't know why. But if I was interested, I was unstoppable. Wasn't then just invisible. Just wasn't interested. I'm not going to look at it. Teachers either loved me or couldn't stand me. There was no in between in that either. I usually spent a lot of time outside on my own. Wonderful. My granddad, Ronaldo, Ronnie, whatever you want to call him, he never used the word ADHD one single time. He didn't even know what it was. And when he was told about it, he didn't give a shit. Couldn't care less. But he understood me better than anyone else, by miles. When I couldn't sit still, he didn't say sit still. He said, right, get the dog, we're going out. He'd take me to the garden. We'd play footy in the rain. We'd go to the park. His knees were wrecked from an old motorbike accident, but that didn't matter. I wanted to play, so he played. And it didn't always have to be footy. It could be literally everything. We went swimming, we did rock climbing, anything and everything. I created so many hobbies thanks to that absolute legend that is my granddad. Year 7 came around. Secondary school flagged it all over again. Second diagnosis, different school, slightly different professionals, same answer, obviously. And that label came along with it. He's smart, but he doesn't apply himself. That followed me from year 7 all the way to year 11. Every parents' evening, massive yawn fest for me. Every report card, I could read a 4. I failed every test all the way up to 11. Not because I couldn't do the work, because I could read a 4. But because the work didn't interest me and I didn't want to do it. And without interest, the ADHD brain doesn't fire. It never finished properly. I got through by scraping by, even though I was on target for A's, A pluses, A stars, or whatever they're called. I don't even know, because again, it didn't interest me. I did the bare minimum to survive because the brain refused to give any more to anything I didn't care about, and I just wanted to play games at home 24/7 on my Game Boy. Even though I could take it anywhere, I wanted to sit in my bed and play it. I started selling mobile phones in 2007-ish, I think, and I hit the top 50 nationally while half-arsing it. Half time I didn't even turn up to work, never mind not being attentive while I was in there. That was the first sign that my brain only works in bursts. I then moved on to motorcycles, Millennium Motorcycles in fact. I was the #1 salesperson the whole time I was there. The receipts are real, I have so many emails, they're amazing. But so are the mornings where I'd sit in the Audi car park at 7:55 with the engine running, not able to make my legs move, thinking I can just drive away and not come back. Top 3 nationally, and some days I physically couldn't walk through the door and I would sit in the car ringing Jessica because I didn't want to go in. That's the bit nobody puts in the stats, the boom or bust. World class one week, can't open an email the next week. What the hell is that all about? I had 3 failed businesses in between all of that nonsense. I've had Chill Clothing, a marketing agency, and both were dead before 12 months. I don't know. The brain gets bored around month 11, and I've seen a pattern now and I didn't see it then. Don't know why. Jessica, my fiance, she has FND, which is functional neurological disorder. We're engaged. We've been engaged for just over a year. We're not married yet. We have probably 800 subtasks to do in a wedding. ADHD brain looks at that and says, nah, not doing that. We think Jessica's the combined type 2. Neither of us are sure. But living with someone who gets it, genuinely gets it, because she does, is the feeling between feeling, or the difference even, between feeling broken and feeling understood. We are definitely partners. We're not like carer and patient, but you know, sometimes can feel like that. There's nothing we can do about that. And that, I think, is important to say, because people assume lots of things when they hear FND. 2 ADHD brains, 1 in the house and 1 in a relationship. We lose things all the time. We are late to absolutely everything. Literally everything. The fridge has been opened probably 40 times in the last 20 minutes. For no reason, because there's fucking nothing in there, by the way. We need to do shopping today. But it works, because neither of us is pretending to be normal or faking anything. I run a business during the day. Yes, it's my third. I make content when I have free time like this. This isn't a full-time creator life. I would love for it to be, and I can help educate and teach and show people all the cool things about ADHD and how to handle all the shit bits, because there's tons of those as well. But money and commitments to Jessica mean that we're not quite there yet on the ADHD content. I started making ADHD content because I kept seeing 2 things online. Memes about ADHD that are funny but shallow, and we can't really get context from that. And medical content about ADHD that's incredibly accurate but felt like a textbook, and we're not textbooks, we're people, and I like people. That's why I went into sales. Nobody was just talking about it. ADHD, like, you know, you and me, we talk like a mate. That's the reality of it. The shame, the tax, the car park mornings, the relationship strains, the jobs it ruins, the ones that it accidentally makes you brilliant at. That's what I want to do. I want to talk about all those things, not better memes, not another medical explaining, because they bore the fucking shit out of me. I just want to talk about the bit underneath, the real bit, the human beings. 276 followers I think I have, you know, total of 300 across both. We're really small right now. It's just you and me basically, but the comments I get are people telling me their diagnosis age, their stories, I thought that was just me, or everyone does that, don't they? That's worth more than any numbers. I don't care about those followers. As a number, I care about you as an individual, and you know, I'm not going to wrap this up with a nonsense like ADHD is a superpower, because it's not. It's actually a fucking nightmare. It's a condition. It makes some things way harder than they should be, and it makes some things accidentally easier than they are for other people. 31 years of this, and I still get called lazy. I got called lazy just yesterday, and I still can't start tasks that do not interest me, and I'll still sit in car parks and I'll lose my keys every day. But I also close deals nobody else could ever close. I read people in rooms in ways that nobody has ever taught me. I hyper-focus on things I love that are gaming and drones and cameras, and goodness knows what's going to start tomorrow until they're done at a level that surprises everyone, including me. And that's not a superpower. That is a brain with no middle gear. And if any of that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Welcome. If you want to know what type of ADHD you might have, I've got a video breaking down the 3 types. It's right here. And if you've got your own 31 years, just like me, or 20 or 5, or you only found out yesterday, drop it in the comments and let me know, because I love everyone else's stories and I would like to understand your story. So let me know in the comments.